I know everybody here, like good old friends. So we got an hour of practice together. Lisa and I were just talking in the lobby right beforehand about just how, especially this time of the day at like 5:45, it feels like a lot has happened, right? Like a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, a lot of like adjusting to what's going on. And I always find, especially practicing this time of the day, what's so wonderful about it is that ability to, even as we're moving, to feel like you're finally arriving and getting an opportunity to be with yourself and be with your breath and connect in deeply and have that sense of foundation, like deep inner foundation, even as you have a day that's still kind of occurring around you. So that's what we have to look forward to today as we move around on our mat together. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. So as Ashley and Paige, as you guys get settled in, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll do that in child's pose. Good old child's pose, always there for us. And then take a few minutes, and even now as like the room is settling around you, right, you can hear everyone getting organized and settled. Get still on your mat as a way of getting settled even before the room does. Like create yourself as the catalyst for the quality of settled inside of this space. And then from that space together, take a full breath in through your nose, 4 counts to breathe in, pause at the top, exhale through your nose for 4 counts, and pause at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause. Inhale, take 2 more breaths like that. And then with your next inhale as it comes, come up to all fours, tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees right under your hips. With the inhale, stretch your heart forward, look forward. And on the exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. You'll take a couple more cat dog tilts. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, round your spine. And continue on your own. And then return to tabletop positions, neutral spine. With an inhale, bring your right hand on top of your left hand. And on the exhale, take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back. So right hand comes down on left. You're going to walk to the other side. So left hand on your right, and then inhale, right arm goes up. Good. Switch sides. Come down, you walk it across. That's the inhale. And then exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as you breathe, move, and as you move, fully breathe. Link them together. Good. Become even on both sides. And then tabletop position. Tuck your toes into the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take 1 breath in down dog. Blow all the air out. Look at your hands. Step up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, create a long spine. Exhale, ragdoll pose. 3 breaths. Open your eyes and see a point. And even if you're swaying side to side, and even if you're adjusting through your feet and creating your foundation, keep your eyes at a single spot as a way of creating that sense of foundation and stillness even amongst the movement. Good. Blow all the air out, press your feet down into the floor. And then inhale, come rolling up to stand. Reach our arms up, take a full breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. 3 ohms, inhale. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Plant your palms, step back, high to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out, look forward. Move your feet up to your hands. Lift halfway up. And exhale, fold. Press down through your feet, reach up. Arms for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Breathe in together. Breathe all the air out together. Step or float, feet to hands. Lift halfway. Fold. Reach all the way up, extended mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift, create a long spine, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step or float. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Lift up through the pelvis to the crown. Fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 more breaths. Keep present the movement, the breath itself, and the pause between the breaths. Blow all the air out, wait for the pause, and then move your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up, pause at the top, and fold. Pause at the bottom. Extended mountain pose. Stretch all the way up and pause the top. Exhale, fold at the bottom, pause. Lift halfway up, so you're not going to rush it. Low push up, and you're even going to pause in the low push up. Upward facing dog, pause. Downward facing dog, pause. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Just notice how good it feels to have the pause. It's where you get to savor the movement in the moment. Breath in. Blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up. Fold. Extended mountain pose, Lasana. Reach all the way up. Forward fold, bless you. Lift halfway. Low push up, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Stretch from your toes to your chest. Downward facing dog. Take 1 breath in. Blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. We're adding on chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, reach your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway up, low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, warrior one. So you'll spin your back foot flat, reach your arms up high, low push-up. Good. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to your left thumb, warrior one. So you'll take a deep lunge as you reach up, hands to the floor, low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in, just one. Blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana, forward fold. Halfway lift up, get a full breath in, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior one. Step, a full breath in and the pause, low push up. Up dog, downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Get the pause at the top, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Just one breath. Big breath in, blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up, fold. Chair pose, feet at 12 o'clock, forward fold. Halfway lift up, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Pause all the way up at the top, low push up. Some of you are missing the pause. Upward facing dog, pause. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. All the way up. So there's a full stop at the top, low push up. And there's a full stop when you hit the low. Upward facing dog, stop. Downward facing dog. That's it. Take a breath in. Blow it out. Feet to your hands. Halfway lift, pause. Fold, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Pause. So just stay here. Drop all the way down. So get like, if you were here for a minute, how deep could you go on this pose? And you're trying to get that in one beat. So you let go so fully in that one moment that the pose becomes complete. Take a full breath in. Blow all the air out. Pause and drop all the way in. Now inhale, extended mountain pose. Like that. At the pause of the breath, hold the way up, stretch, and then exhale, fold completely down into the pause. Inhale, lift halfway up, get a full stretch through your spine. Exhale, low push up, pause at the bottom. Inhale, upward facing dog, pause and stretch. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. So it's going to take velocity to get up there by the time you're done your breath. Low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side warrior one, get there, pause at the top, low push up, get there and pause at the bottom. Up dog, pause, downward facing dog, pause. One breath in, one breath out. We're gonna do it one more time. Feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up, pause. Exhale, fold all the way down, pause. Chair pose, sit back, pause at the top. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift halfway up, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. So step, you go all the way up, pause at the top, low push up, really good. Pause. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now left side. Pause even when it feels challenging to pause. Low push up. Usually that's right about here. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Yeah, let your mouth open, free it. Good. Now slide out to high plank. High plank position, take a breath in. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow, pause when you touch. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, plank. Right knee, right elbow. Plank. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. One more time each side. Right knee, right elbow. Plank. Left knee, left elbow. Plank. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Blow all the air out. Bring your big toes to touch. High plank. Spin your heels right, left hand high, side plank. Got it. And if anything about the pose isn't working, like if you're not pausing because your wrist hurts, or you're not pausing because your legs are burning too much, adapt. Put your bottom forearm down, put your bottom knee down. So create a pose where you can stay and breathe and maintain the pauses. Take a full breath in, hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. A breath in and blow the air out. Good, high plank. Take a full breath in, right knee to right elbow. Plank, left knee, left elbow, and pause. Plank, right knee, right elbow, pause. Plank, left knee, left elbow, plank, right knee, right elbow. It's last time each side. Plank, left knee, left elbow, plank, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Big toes touch, high plank, heels left, side plank. And adapt. So notice if you're like, my wrist hurts, so I'm out. So just drop to your forearm. Take out what's not working so you can continue to show up in the practice. Show up for yourself. Yeah, show up and feel yourself, savor yourself, even in a challenging moment, and see that savoring it when it's challenging is just as good as savoring it when you're relaxed. Take a breath in, hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, crescent lunge. And all hands are off. Hands are off. It helps me to mentally note, like, my hand's gonna break. Because my mind will be like, my legs are hurting now. So if you get okay, here we get some freedom. And you could roll your wrists around, you could wiggle your fingers around, you can make that feel good. And take the deep lunge. Good. Lift your front toes up and press the center of your front heel down. Now organize your breath. Really good. Take a full breath in, hands to heart center, hinge forward, and twist to the right side, crescent twist. 5 breaths. So the pose is what we're doing, and the pause between your breaths is what you're practicing. Good. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Stay for the full breath out. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up. Warrior 2, open up. Settle in and practice your breath being uninterrupted. Good. Bend your front knee forward over your front heel and spin your front inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Good. With the next inhale, straighten your front leg, lift the front of your front foot up. So it's just your heel on the floor, and then bend your back knee and send your butt back behind you, Skandasana. So I like to put my hands on the floor. You can do that. If the floor is not quite there, you can put your hands on your back thigh. Now peek out at your front foot. Take a look and see if you can get all 5 of your toes to spin up towards the ceiling. And that spin happens all the way up at the top of your hip. Yeah, so it's your whole thigh bone that turns to get your toes to point to the ceiling. You feel that? Good. Now you're going to keep that. Take a breath in. Blow the air out. Inhale, warrior 2. So as you come back up, your thigh bone externally rotates at the top. Exhale, extended side angle. So you can even use your bottom arm, your right arm, to kind of ease your inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Kind of like catch your inner thigh skin and pull it up towards the ceiling a little bit. And as your inner thigh turns up, draw your right hip back. So you're going to go the other way. So this goes back. Yes. I don't know my left from right either, obviously. You all have been practicing with me long enough to know that. Take one more breath in, then 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Good. Upward facing dog. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. Another one of those. Blow it out. Then step your left foot to your left thumb, crescent lunge. Go for the deep lunge. So wake up your leg muscles. The more you feel, the more that you can get in there and move. Feeling is moving and moving is feeling, and that's where we're healing. Good. Hands to heart center. Tip forward and twist to the left side. Good. Press your front heel down into the floor and lift the pit of your belly up towards your spine. Really press the center. That's it. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Crescent lunge, reach up. Warrior 2, open up. Good. Front foot at 12 o'clock. So all front toes, 5 toes point to the front of the room. Your back toes are pointing towards the right long side of your mat. Take a breath in, straighten your front leg, lift the front of your left foot, and then bend your back knee, Skandasana. Take a peek now at your left foot. And from the top of your left femur bone, the thigh bone, turn your left toes up towards the ceiling. That's it. When I do this, my whole left butt cheek and this outer thigh area starts to feel some stuff going on. Give that one more breath. Keep turning your left thigh up to the ceiling and then come back up, warrior 2, and see if you can keep it. So as you come up, can you have your thigh turning up towards the ceiling? Take a breath in, extended side angle. Good. Keep turning your front inner thigh up towards the ceiling as you hug your bottom hip, your left hip back. Good. Take 3 breaths. Looking across the room, it looks good. We've got some full binds happening, some half binds happening. If you're using the bind, use it to pull your left hip back underneath of you. Take one more breath in. 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 1 breath in. Blow all the air out, look forward. Step or float, feet to hands. Lift halfway up and fold. Chair pose, sit your hips way back behind you. Prayer twist to the right side. Hands to heart, twist off to the right. Good. Lift your 10 toes up. Press the center of each heel down. And then press your sitting bones back into the space behind you. Breath in. Stay for the out. Chair pose, reach your arms up and fold. Fingers to toes, forward fold. And now remember that you were able to drop in so fully with 1 beat at the top of an inhale or bottom of an exhale. Drop in like that now and take 5 breaths there. Fully dropped in. The peak, the depth of the pose, however it resonates for you. Breath in. Stay right here for the full breath out and the pause. Now you're ready, chair. Sit back, inhale, reach up. Twist to the left side. Take 5 breaths. And come into the pose in the same way. So you move into the full expression of the pose, whatever that feels like in this one moment, and then breathe at the full expression. And if as you're going, you feel like something opens up or something needs some stability, you can add it in. 2 more breaths. Draw your right bottom rib up and in towards your spine. So resist here a little bit. Breath in. Stay for the out. Chair pose, reach up. Fold, gorilla pose. Slide your hands under. Drop all the way into the pose. When I'm able to harness the pauses like this, or even the quality of a pose experienced in a pause, I tap into a quality that I can only describe as savoring. Like all of a sudden a pose is savored. It's not just done, but it's fully savored, fully experienced, fully expressed. So that when it's time to leave the pose, I, for one, feel ready to leave. Take one more breath, and then step off your hands, crow pose at the top of the mat. Good. Knees to the outsides of your upper arms, and see if you can press your feet together. So pressing your feet will help you create stability at your core and your inner thighs. Good. Kelly, really push your feet together. Now look forward. That's it. Lean into your fingertips. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Feet to the back of your mat, low push-up. It's good. You found an edge. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Blow the air out. Look forward. Step or float feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Eagle pose, right side. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees. Wrap your right leg over your left and your right arm under your left. Good. And if, yeah, that's a tight wrap, that's perfect. Grab your shoulders. Now everyone lift your elbows up to shoulder height. So your upper arms are parallel to the floor. Draw your upper arm bones back as you press your forearms forward. Good. Step down, reach up, take a breath in. Left side eagle pose. So this time it's the left leg over, left arm under. In teacher training, we like practice saying that. Left leg over, left arm under, left arm over, left arm under. And so on our mat, we kind of practice applying it. So you can get into the pose, set your eyes, and just experience the pose. Good. Step down, reach up, take a breath in. Catch your hips, lift your right leg up, standing leg raise right side. Good. You can catch your knee with your right hand. You can catch your big toe or your baby toe side and extend your leg. And look up front real quick. Avoid this. So instead of leaning back, reach your chest forward even a little bit, like too far forward. Usually if you go too far forward, you're actually stacked. Then keep that. Take your leg out to the right. Flick your eyes off to the left. Nice. Press down through your standing heel and your standing big toe and lift all the way up through the top of your head. Come back to center. Hug your knee into your chest. Airplane pose. Deep breaths. Notice where you're surviving it, like survive the pose and the breath shows up a certain way. And yeah, create the pauses between the breaths to savor the pose. Take one more breath in. 2 feet to the floor, stand up. Rah. Hands to your hips, lift your left leg up, standing single leg raise. So pause right here. In the prep, hands to your hips, actually square your hips. So rather than letting your left hip pop up, let your left hip drop down level with your right hip. Good. Now you can work the knee, or if you go for your toe, keep your hips level. So here rather than here. Shift your chest forward rather than rocking back. Good. It'll be more challenging. There's more to savor there. There's more muscle. Breathe into that. Good. Leg to the left. And now eyes to the right. And if you notice your left hip comes back up, take a breath in. And on the exhale, settle your left hip back down again. Good. Take a breath in. Come back to center. Hug your left knee up into your chest. Pause. So pause to square your hips. And as you kick back, keep your hips square as you kick. Good. Take your back leg towards the left side of your mat more. So a lot of you are crossing your midline. Go out to the left so your hips are, or feet are hip width distance apart. Now 2 more breaths. Keep pressing your leg out to the left, out to the left. Good, Josh. 2 feet to the floor, stand up. Hands to your hips, take a breath in. Blow all the air out. Standing bow right side. Bend your right knee. Catch your right ankle. Look up front for a second and pause. So what's happening with the airplane pose and is likely to happen with the dancer is this, where the foot crosses and then everything kind of goes off to the side. So as you go to kick, square your hips and kick straight back so that your foot is moving straight back. Hopefully this is doing that from your hip. Okay, give that a shot. Bend your right knee and pause. So pause to square your hips. As you kick, focus on your shin going straight back behind you. You may not go as far. And notice that it will be in the pauses where you really have access to check in and feel what's happening in the pose. Good. Take a breath in and then step out. Whatever it looked like, take a breath in. You may not know, right? Breathe it out. Left side dancer pose. So you won't have sight, like unlike Bikram or other styles of yoga, we don't have a mirror to look at. All you have is your felt sense. That's it. So take a breath, set your eyes, and kick. And as you kick, it's almost like walking through a dark room. You're having to open all your senses up to gain an awareness of what the leg is doing behind you. Notice it's the pause in the breath where you get like a flash in the dark. Take 1 more breath in and then step down. 2 feet at the top of your mat, tree pose. Right foot to your left thigh and hands to heart center. Good. Reach your arms up. Soften your shoulders. Deepen your breath. Breathe and reach high, and then step down and change sides. If you're really savoring it like that, you'll notice when you change sides, you tune out for a moment. So set your eyes again and come back into that quality of savoring. Come into the pose, set your eyes. Transitions are like that. Take a full breath in, stretch out a little bit more. Now stay present, step down 2 feet at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, pause. Low push up and pause at the bottom. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands, triangle pose. scoop your right low belly in and up towards your chin and relax your bottom butt cheek back towards the mat behind you. Inhale, stand up, 10 toes face the right long side of your mat, the left long side of your mat, and fold. This lefts and rights. And once you're in the fold, drop your hands, bend your left knee, the back leg knee, the leg closest to the back edge of your mat. Yeah, and just like Steph Scott, turn your right toes up towards the ceiling. And see if you can get that rotation to occur all the way up at the top of your hip. Good. And if you're down there and you're feeling fancy, feeling pretty good, like this feels pretty good, I got some more, reach out your right hand and catch your right foot and pull the toes back. Oh, man. That's like savoring a ghost pepper, right? Take one more breath in. Blow all the air out. Slide back, both legs straight. Fold straight down the middle. And then inhale, stand all the way up. Turn forward, reverse namaste, front facing forward fold. Good. Right here, go longer with your stance. So maybe like a foot more, and then your back toes, turn them to the side a little bit. That's it. Press your back foot down. And then everyone, as you press your back foot down, steer your left hip towards the front. That's it. Now you can fold. Good. However much feels right. Take a breath in. With the breath out, drop your left hand down, and that might be to a block, go a little bit higher. Yeah, a block, the floor, you have a lot of different heights to the block, and then take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Press your front big toe mound down, soften your front knee joint, and hug your right hip towards the back. That's it. Now 2 big breaths, in and out. One more big breath in. Stay for the out. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in. Blow all that air out. Step your left foot between your hands, triangle pose. So you can go right into it. The style of yoga that we do, we operate with 5 pillars, and the last pillar that we focus on is what's called vinyasa. You'll hear vinyasa thrown around a lot in yoga. And it's really just this link your breath and your movement together. When you breathe, you move, and when you move, you breathe. Take a breath in, blow all the air out, stand all the way up, 10 toes face the right long side of your mat, breathe in, exhale, fold down the middle. Drop your hands to the mat, bend your right knee, so it's the back leg knee. Good. Turn your left toes up towards the ceiling and make that rotation happen all the way up at the top of your thigh. Then breathe. If you're feeling fancy, reach out with your left hand, catch your left toes and ease them back. And sometimes this quality of matching breath and movement together can be felt as rush, like we're moving really fast. But it's only when we're not connecting the breath and movement together and we lose the pause, the chance to be in and experience a pose, that it feels rushed. And it's rarely that we're breathing and moving. It's more that we've stopped breathing and stopped moving and something else is happening. Take one more breath in, blow all the air out. Now watch it. Plant your feet, fold straight down, side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, stand up, turn forward, reverse triangle, no. Reverse namaste, front facing forward fold. You'll go right into it. Because you've got 5 breaths to work into the pose. Okay, everyone stand back up again. So I'm like working you guys today. I don't know why, but we're doing it. So here's what's happening, right? So we set, and it's like very precarious, and okay, we got, that's good. And then kind of moving like this and make sure everything's in the right spot. So by the time you hit 5 breaths, you never hit the pose, and then you feel rushed because then the next pose is coming. So the move is step, take a breath, go, and then I'm down and I'm like, my hips aren't quite there. So no, I'm going to adjust. That's breath 1. And now like I'm losing my foot. So I'm going to press that toe down. That's number 2. Now, okay, breath 3, maybe I can go a little bit deeper. So the whole time in the pose is now you're exploring and adapting and adding alignment to the pose, but you've got to get in it first, okay? So come up to stand. We're going to do it together. Yep, take a big breath in, set yourself up the best you got, and go. Now you take 5 breaths. And now you're no longer waiting, but you're tasting the pose and what could you do? Where could you bring in some softness? Where could you bring in more stability? 2 more breaths. Here's your last breath in. Exhale, drop your right hand. Inhale, reach your left hand up, twisting triangle pose. So now here's the next pose. 5 breaths to be in it. Good. Everyone soften your front knee and press the front big toe mound down like you're hitting a gas pedal. Good. Here's your last breath in. Stay for the out. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Go right back to it. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. High plank, come right out. And lower all the way down to the floor. Locust pose. Stretch your arms back. Inhale, lift up. Big, big breath in. Left ear to the floor. 1 breath. Locust pose, come right back up. Breath in, right ear to the mat. 1 breath to rest. Floor bow, bend your knees, catch your ankles, kick your shins back. And it might be it takes like a breath or 2 to get in, but you're getting in. Never means you have to rush. Yeah, you take the time you need to get in. Love that, Tom. Love that one. That's a good strength builder version of bow. No, it's good. Take 1 more breath in and lower it all the way down. I wasn't joking. It was really good. Take a breath. Clear it. So here's what Tom did. Inhale, come up. So he didn't quite get his ankle, so he was here. I've heard this called terrible bow because it takes so much muscle to hold. It's good. So come right up. So maybe it's that. Like you go to reach and ankles aren't quite there and you have some strength building opportunity. Maybe you do reach back and you catch. It's something else, right, Steph? Especially if you have a flexible body, not making the catch and holding that. Ooh. Take 1 more breath in and lower it all the way down. Good. Plant your hands beside your lowest rib. Inhale, upward facing dog, peel up. Downward facing dog, press back. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Drop to your knees, camel. Hands go back behind, or you come up, hands to your butt. If your hands go behind, pubic bone to your belly button, and then press your hips and chest up. Good. Draw the front of your pelvis up to your belly button. Up, 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 up. Breath in, breath out. If you're low, sit down. If you're high, chest goes up. Downward facing dog, press back. Take 3 breaths. One more breath in. Maybe a sigh. Drop to your knees, camel. Flow right into it. Notorious sticky spot in the practice. We all have those like notoriously sticky spots in our life too. For me, it's dishes. I mean, there's lots of things, but dishes. If I got to do dishes, I got like 30 minutes of fuck around time before I just jump in and do it. But when I just jump in and do it and it's done, it's like no big deal at all. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Come up out of the pose. Downward facing dog, press back. Exhale all the air out, look forward. Step or float to a seat. Lie down onto your back. Bridge pose. Plant your feet, lift your hips up. Stay here or plant your hands deep under your shoulders. Wheel pose, press up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a breath in. 5, tuck your chin, come all the way down. We have 5 more. Breath in. Breath out. Where you would get stuck, flow. Bridge your wheel, go right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck your chin, come down. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. Where you would get stuck, go. So bridge or wheel. If you have to change it up and act. 5, 4. If it's like a bridge with a block under your butt, that works. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Take a breath in. Blow the air out. 2 to go. Set your hands up its wheel. Come right up. However you can keep lifting up, you move like that. 5. Now breathe. 4. Can you even savor here? 3. That's advanced yoga. 2 and 1. Come all the way down. This is the last one. You could stay. Take a breath in. Blow it out. And then lift up. Last one. 5 breaths. If you can savor even in the intense moments don't scare you anymore. You don't lose yourself in them anymore. Take a full breath in wherever you're at, and then tuck your chin, come all the way down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your feet together, rest your hands on your body or wherever they feel good. And you'll notice if you can pause here, if you can get still enough, you can feel the life that animates your body dialed all the way up to full blast. You'll feel your heart. You'll feel like that tingle along the surface of your skin, the heat in your feet, in your hands. Bring your knees together, hug your knees to your chest, stretch your legs up to the ceiling, and slide your hands under your butt. Take a breath in, and with one exhale, pin the pin of your belly down. Then inhale here, lower your right foot to hover. Breath in, exhale, switch. Breath in, exhale, switch. Breath in, exhale, switch. Breath in, exhale, switch. Now you can go side to side on your own. Good. As a practice, as vinyasa and practicing vinyasa, move with your exhales. Five more seconds. Both legs up. Take a breath in. Lower your legs a third of the way down. Breath in. Lower your legs a little bit more. Breath in. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Look up at your toes and then head down, legs up. Take a breath in. Lower a third. Breath in. A little more. Breath in. A little more. Look up. Inhale, head down, legs up. Last time. Exhale, a third. Inhale. A little more. Inhale. A little more. Look up. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, bend your knees, hands behind your head. Yogi bicycles, curl up and twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Continue your own 30 seconds. Move with your breath. It will disrupt you. To move with your breath will disrupt you. I find I'm like, it's too slow. I want to go faster. Move with your breath as a way of allowing yourself to be disrupted in order to move into flow. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boat pose. Come right up to it. Boom. And then breathe right there. Whatever your boat looks like, it's perfect. Beautiful. And maybe it's gorgeous. It's more than perfect. It's gorgeous. Take on your boat like, oh, this is the fullest expression of boat that I've got right now. Take a full breath in. Cross your shins, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Press it back. Half pigeon on the right side. Move with vinyasa and your life becomes lighter. And by saying that your life becomes lighter, it's this moment, not your life situation, right? Like breathing and moving together isn't going to change your kid's personality. It's not going to change how many kids you have. It's not going to change your studies or anything like that. But it will change your internal experience of everything that goes on around you. And it could be a lot by all conventional standards. But your skill in being able to breathe and move will create that sense of lightness where you can flow with life as it's happening, however it's happening. Good. Plant your hands, press back, downward dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then the left side, half pigeon. What one thing would it take for this pose to be complete, and do it right now? Maybe it's just getting still. And then each extra breath you get is a gift. It's extra, an extra moment to savor this body. which is a good body. It's a strong body. You're here on a mat doing a yoga practice. This is a strong body. Even if you have goals, even if you aspire to get stronger, this is a healthy, strong, well-functioning body. Okay, press up to your hands, swing your right leg forward, seated single leg extension. Reach your arms up, breathe in, and exhale, fold. Switch sides, come on up. Reach up, breathe in, and exhale, fold. Give up all the reasons that are swirling around not to drop into the pose immediately. Interrupt that and drop in immediately. Just get to quality. Sit all the way up, reverse table, plant your feet, plant your hands. With one big breath, go up. And every breath you have extra to create, to move, to adapt, not to wait, not wait for anything to happen. Take a breath in, blow it out, fish pose. Take a big breath in, open your mouth, let it out, and then lie down. If you're on a block, roll to the side, legs up. Waterfall, shoulder stand. See how decision making comes in, like, which one, what it will be. Get like something will start to move in you that like you just know what poses is, and then you're thinking, you doubt what comes up. Like your mind would have been like forearms standing, like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. And when I say mind, it's really something else, right? A wind comes through and it's like, well, maybe I could do this. Step to a big kick. Now tail up. Yeah. You can come down whenever you want. Okay, keep lifting your tail. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, come to plow. If you're in waterfall, you can come to plow. If you're in waterfall and you're like, I don't know about plow, you can hug your knees into your chest. I like that, Ashley. Yeah, I like that. You're welcome. Okay. From plow, bend your knees around your ears. Deaf yogi. You're welcome. And then slowly roll down onto your back. If there's a block there, you'll move it out of the way. At the bottom, hug your knees to your chest. Supine twist. Savor. Change sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Even with Vinyasa here, get yourself comfortable. Move around how you need to. Place your eye towel where you want it. And then straighten your legs, Shavasana. Take a breath in and exhale through your mouth. And hug your knees up into your chest. And roll to a side. And with one breath here at your side, drop all the way into the floor's support. And with your left hand, press yourself up to a seat, ready to move on to the next thing. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. Sit up tall through the full length of your spine. And with that one breath that you take here, connect all the way into the center, your center line, the center of your being, the center of your heart. And then from that center, one final Om to close. Inhale. Lift your thumb-knuckles to your forehead. Breathe in. And together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Great job tonight, everybody. So good to see you all. If you have any questions ever, always feel free. I always say that, and no one asks any questions, which is okay. That's good. But know that if you have them, I'm here for 30 minutes anyway. I like talking about pretty much anything, so feel free to chat me up on the way out. You're welcome.